Remember Monica Lewinsky? In the late 1990s and early 2000s, her name became synonymous with scandal and headlines. A young White House intern thrust into a national firestorm, Monica found herself the center of an unprecedented public spectacle. She was vilified on talk shows and tabloid covers, her personal life dissected in headlines around the world. But decades later, this same woman, now 51, has carved out a path few would expect, from notoriety to advocacy, earning respect and a surprising net worth that will shock you. Today, Monica stands as a powerful voice against cyberbullying and public shaming. She founded her own consultancy, Monetize.com, and launched a series of digital campaigns that earned millions in consulting fees. Instead of fading into obscurity, she transformed painful humiliation into a mission for empathy and reform. Her TED Talk on shame and forgiveness has been viewed by tens of millions, positioning her as a thought leader. That talk alone reportedly netted her a six-figure speaking fee, a remarkable turnaround from the anonymity she once feared. Her professional evolution didn't stop at public speaking. Monica parlayed her platform into lucrative brand partnerships and consulting deals with tech companies eager to refine their online image. In 2020, she signed a multi-year agreement advising cybersecurity firms on reputation management, reportedly securing an annual retainer north of seven figures. As social media giants face growing scrutiny over harassment on their platforms, her expertise commands top dollar. Combined with revenue from her popular podcast series and published essays, estimates suggest her current net worth hovers between $5 and $10 million. That trajectory stands in stark contrast to the whirlwind of public shaming that once defined her life. In the early 2000s, headlines reduced her identity to a single phrase, and public opinion felt merciless. Yet she has reclaimed her narrative so completely that many who once jeered now seek her insight on ethical storytelling and digital civility. Her transformation underscores the power of resilience. From an embattled intern facing a harsh media maelstrom, she has become a highly sought coach, speaker, and influencer whose bank account reflects hard-won expertise. But what exactly comprises Monica Lewinsky's net worth? Experts point to a diversified income blend, speaking fees that can exceed $250,000 per keynote appearance, ongoing consulting retainers with Fortune 500 companies, royalties from her best-selling articles published in major outlets, and equity stakes in a handful of startups she advises. A portion of her wealth even comes from unique digital ventures, like limited-edition NFTs inspired by her advocacy work. Taken together, these streams could push her net worth beyond $8 million and closer to the upper estimate of 10. From scandal to success, Monica Lewinsky's journey reminds us how one can rewrite destiny. At 51, she stands as a beacon for reinvention and leadership. Her net worth isn't just a number. It's proof that resilience and a willingness to evolve can turn public shaming into triumph. Be amazed by a story defined by more than controversy. From keynote speeches to boardroom briefings, Monica's revenue streams are as diverse as they are profitable. Each speaking engagement can command a fee between $150,000 and $300,000, depending on audience size and topic depth. Major conferences such as South by Southwest, Web Summit, and TED offer top-tier honorariums, while private corporate gatherings, where executives pay a premium for her insight on shame resilience, can top six figures per event. In a single quarter, just 4 such appearances could yield over $800,000, effectively covering most professional wages in a single season. Meanwhile, her consultancy practice operates on retainer models that range from $100,000 to $250,000 annually per client. These retainers typically include monthly strategy sessions, crisis simulations, and real-time coaching during high-profile product launches or executive transitions. Past clients include tech giants confronting reputation crises, nonprofit boards seeking to navigate sensitive fundraising scandals, and entertainment studios wanting to craft empathetic narratives for documentary releases. By providing tailored risk assessments and ethical storytelling blueprints, she cements long-term partnerships that generate stable, recurring revenue. Adding to her financial mosaic are royalties from written works. Her essays in the New York Times, Vanity Fair, and The Atlantic command between $10,000 and $25,000 per piece, depending on word count and exclusivity clauses. Some outlets pay extra for first-person accounts and multimedia packages, including video interviews and interactive timelines. Collectively, annual earnings from bylined articles can reach $150,000, especially when she recycles archival insights for anniversary retrospectives on the Clinton era or digital age media ethics. Then there's the podcast realm. Her series on online harassment and digital responsibility boasts sponsorship deals with major platforms and ad revenue that can exceed $200,000 per season. Episode segments often feature tech CEOs, human rights advocates, and media scholars, allowing for tiered advertising that targets both consumer and enterprise markets. Listener donations and premium subscription tiers add another $50,000 to $75,000 annually, while live tour dates for recorded episodes can net an additional $100,000 in ticket sales and merch. Monica has also ventured into equity stakes. Early investments in media startups and reputation management platforms have matured into holdings worth several million dollars. These include minority positions in a decentralized journalism network and a boutique PR firm specializing in crisis containment for C-suite executives. In some cases, her name recognition translates into board seats with nominal compensation of $20,000 per quarter plus stock options, all of which contribute to a steadily appreciating asset base. Even her foray into NFTs reflects a savvy understanding of community value. Limited edition digital art drops, each featuring original sketches and augmented reality interpretations of her advocacy work, sold out within hours, generating over $600,000 in crypto proceeds. Secondary market royalties from resales now yield ongoing micropayments, reinforcing her net worth without additional effort. All told, these diversified streams illustrate why her estimated net worth sits comfortably between $6 and $10 million. More important than the figure itself is what it signifies: a woman who transformed public shaming into a platform for reform, empathy, and education. Her financial turnaround underscores resilience as both a personal ethic and a viable career strategy. Beyond these headline incomes, Monica Lewinsky has strategically leveraged her platform to secure partnerships that bolster her influence and financial portfolio. Over the last decade, she has collaborated with leading technology companies to develop educational modules on digital civility and media literacy. These partnerships frequently include revenue-sharing agreements and slide deck licenses that can generate an additional $200,000 to $350,000 per annual cycle. For example, one collaboration with a major online learning platform resulted in a co-branded masterclass titled Shame Resilience in a Digital Age, which attracted over 20,000 paid enrollments at $49 each and netted over six figures in licensing fees alone. Moreover, Lewinsky's advisory roles extend into corporate boardrooms. She serves as a non-executive director for a series of impact-driven startups focused on mental health technology and online safety tools. While board seats typically pay between $25,000 and $40,000 per meeting plus equity grants, the real value comes from the stock options that mature over a 4-year vesting schedule. These holdings now contribute an estimated $1 million in unrealized gains, creating a sizable line item in her asset column. Her board influence also grants her access to high-net-worth networks, opening doors to exclusive speaking engagements at invitation-only events with six-figure payouts. Lewinsky has further cemented her brand by partnering with philanthropic foundations. In 2022, she co-founded a nonprofit initiative called Project Speak to fund grants for grassroots organizations combating cyberbullying. She committed an initial personal donation of $150,000, which served to attract matching funds from corporate sponsors. The initiative now oversees a multi-million-dollar endowment, partially funded by revenue from limited edition merchandise sold through an online store. Royalties from that venture add around $50,000 annually to her portfolio, while also amplifying her mission that in the realm of digital media, Lewinsky continues to expand her footprint with occasional consultancy appearances on documentaries and high-profile talk shows. Her participation fee for on-camera commentary can range from $30,000 to $75,000 per appearance, depending on the production budget and distribution platform. With an average of 2 television spots per year and multiple podcast guest slots, these appearances contribute a meaningful six-figure boost to her annual earnings. Public speaking and private consulting may form the lion's share of her income, but Lewinsky's careful diversification demonstrates a savvy approach to personal brand management. By converting notoriety into a suite of profitable ventures, she earned a net worth of approximately $7.5 million, with conservative estimates still placing her above $6 million. While industry valuations vary, even low-end projections position her among the most financially successful public figures who turned a sensational scandal into sustainable success. Monica Lewinsky's net worth at age 51 tells a larger story. It reveals how resilience, strategic partnerships, and ethical entrepreneurship can transform a life marked by public humiliation into one defined by professional triumph and social impact. It stands as proof that reputation rehabilitation, when executed thoughtfully and authentically, can yield both personal fulfillment and impressive financial rewards. Her journey continues, inspiring countless others daily. Real estate plays a strategic role in Monica's portfolio. She has acquired multiple properties in major metropolitan markets. A pied-a-terre in Manhattan, a townhouse in Washington, D.C., and a weekend retreat in upstate New York together cost her more than $5 million. While these holdings may not generate massive rental income, they provide both appreciation potential and discretionary living benefits. Monica occasionally rents out select apartments through short-term platforms, generating supplemental revenue and diversifying cash flow. She also invests in commercial real estate funds that target mixed-use developments in emerging neighborhoods. Allocations to those funds yield annual distributions between 3 and 5%, providing stable passive income. Beyond property, Lewinsky holds a collection of art and collectible items related to media history. Limited edition prints, signed political memorabilia, and curated photography collections have appreciated significantly. Conservative estimates value that collection above $1 million. She has structured several assets within a trust to maximize tax efficiency and protect her net worth from volatility. Her financial advisors emphasize low-fee index funds, high-quality bonds, and investment-grade corporate debt for balanced returns. In total, her investment portfolio spans equities, fixed income, real estate, and alternative assets. Those holdings collectively account for nearly 30% of her overall dollar value. Another growing income stream comes from digital content ventures. Monica launched an online academy for shame resilience and reputational risk management. Subscriptions to that platform range from monthly access at $18 to annual memberships at $180. With thousands of active learners and corporate subscribers, the academy generates recurring revenue north of $200,000 per year. She reinvests a portion of those proceeds into content development, marketing, and platform enhancements to ensure sustainable growth. Licensing video modules and supplementary materials to educational institutions and corporate training programs adds another six-figure revenue channel. She also collaborates occasionally on documentary films and television segments, receiving screen credits and line-item consultancy fees that on the philanthropic side, Lewinsky's foundation focuses on cybersecurity literacy, mental health support, and anti-bullying initiatives. Annual fundraising galas, sponsored events, and grant distributions total over $500,000 of program expenses. While those are costs rather than revenue, they also generate public goodwill that fuels speaking engagements and corporate partnerships. Many clients prefer to engage with purpose-driven thought leaders, so her charitable work indirectly increases her marketability and income potential. Most analysts agree that the intrinsic value of her brand extends far beyond her personal bank account. That brand equity remains one of her most valuable assets. Together, these diverse holdings, real estate, limited art collections, digital platforms, investment funds, and philanthropic partnerships solidify Monica Lewinsky's financial standing. At 51, she epitomizes a modern renaissance of reputation reinvention and savvy wealth management. The culmination of her choices highlights a trajectory that few public figures achieve after national scandal. It underscores how turns of fortune, when met with resilience and strategic planning, can result in enduring success. Her net worth truly proves that reinvention and resilience can create lasting impact Beyond the spreadsheets and balance sheets lies the most unexpected aspect of Monica Lewinsky's wealth, her cultural capital. Her journey from pariah to pioneer imbues her personal brand with a unique premium, translating into lucrative opportunities that extend far beyond traditional revenue lines. Recently, she launched a limited edition clothing collaboration with an ethical streetwear label, blending iconic imagery from her advocacy with modern design. The capsule collection sold out within 24 hours, generating nearly $500,000 in revenue and cementing her status as a style influencer with purpose. In parallel, she secured a deal to produce a docuseries chronicling her transformation, negotiated with a streaming platform for an eight-figure advance. That single contract eclipses the entire budget of many independent films, reaffirming the powerful intersection of narrative and commerce on the speaking circuit. She has begun experimenting with virtual reality keynotes, immersive experiences that allow audiences to step into simulations of historic media crises, learn firsthand the mechanics of public shaming, and understand the emotional toll from an insider's perspective. Those sessions carry premium ticket pricing and attract corporate C-suites seeking cutting-edge training. Early pilots of the VR keynote in San Francisco and London sold out within days, each netting over $250,000 in gross sales. The technical partnership with VR developers also included equity incentives that now contribute to her asset portfolio. Perhaps the most astonishing revelation is her work behind the scenes as a ghostwriter and narrative consultant for high-profile figures navigating their own uncontrollable scandals. Private fees for this role are rumored to reach $500,000 per project, with additional royalties based on book sales and screen adaptations. Early estimates suggest she has quietly earned over $2 million in this capacity alone. Despite her public-facing transparency, she remains selective about disclosing this segment of her career, preferring to spotlight her advocacy over covert consultancy (AS) for investments. Lewinsky has delved into impact funds focusing on social entrepreneurship in emerging markets. Her allocations to microfinance platforms, women-led startups, and clean energy initiatives not only align with her personal values, but also deliver expected annual returns of 6 to 8%. By placing capital behind causes she champions, she leverages both economic and ethical returns, illustrating how purpose and profit can coexist. Reviewing these streams, speaking, consulting, digital products, investments, real estate, merchandise deals, VR keynotes, ghostwriting, and philanthropic initiatives, paints a picture of a meticulously diversified empire. The shock of her net worth lies not just in the figure itself, but in the breadth of strategies she employs. At 51, Monica Lewinsky has overturned decades of stigma to build a financial and cultural fortress unlike any other former White House intern. Her trajectory defies conventional expectations, proving that the currency of resilience can outshine even the most brutal headlines. Her story challenges us to reconsider definitions of success and reminds everyone that exceptional outcomes often emerge from the ashes of adversity. When critics once predicted her downfall, she launched her greatest comeback, one measured in dollars, deeds, and dignity. It's remarkable. Now, as the curtain lifts on Monica Lewinsky's financial renaissance, consider how her journey reframes the narrative of public downfall and personal triumph. From viral headlines to virtual reality keynotes, she has transformed the most humiliating chapter of her life into an enduring platform of influence and impact. Her net worth at 51 is more than a surprising figure. It's proof that strategic reinvention and purposeful storytelling can rewrite destiny. Reflect on this. A single TED Talk once whispered about shame and forgiveness, earning 6 figures and sparking a movement. Today, that same talk lives on digital platforms, driving consulting inquiries and philanthropic partnerships. Imagine entering a boardroom where executives hang on her every word, while crisis simulations based on her experiences sharpen their reputational resilience. Picture a sold-out VR keynote, where attendees don headsets and step into the shoes of a global scandal, learning empathy not through lectures, but through visceral immersion. It's a new frontier, and Monica stands at its helm. Yet perhaps the most compelling aspect of her wealth is its dual legacy, financial security paired with social purpose. Each investment in women-led startups, Each limited edition art drop, each scholarship awarded through Project Speak magnifies her story. These are not mere line items on a balance sheet. They are catalysts for systemic change. She has channeled courtroom battles and tabloid trials into blueprints for ethical leadership, ensuring that her influence extends far beyond her own net worth. For those inspired by her trajectory, there are lessons here. Leverage adversity, diversify relentlessly, and align profit with principle. In a world where public perception can change overnight, build multiple pillars of income: consulting retainers, equity stakes, digital content, real estate, and guard your narrative with the same vigilance you apply to your portfolio. Embrace emerging technologies, but never lose sight of human connection. And above all, remember that your greatest asset may not be your resume or your bank statements, but the resilience you forge in moments of crisis. What's next for Monica Lewinsky? Industry insiders hint at a multimedia network she's incubating, an interactive hub for shame resilience, cyberbullying prevention, and digital civics education. Imagine subscription tiers offering real-time coaching, AI-driven reputation diagnostics, and live workshops led by Lewinsky herself. Or picture a global fellowship that equips emerging leaders with the tools to navigate media storms before they become personal tragedies. If her past ventures are any indicator, these projects will command premium fees, attract sponsorships from Fortune 500 companies, and generate a fresh surge of cultural capital. As viewers, you stand on the brink of this next evolution. Subscribe to her channels, reserve a seat at an upcoming live event, and secure one of the first spots in her future academy. The demand will outpace supply, and prices will rise. This is not mere hype. It's an invitation to participate in a story still being written, one where every contributing voice amplifies the power of reinvention. In closing, Monica Lewinsky's net worth at 51 will indeed shock you. But the real revelation lies in how she built it, through courage, creativity, and an unwavering commitment to transform shame into empowerment. Her saga teaches us that no setback is permanent, and every public defeat can be the prelude to an even greater comeback. As you chart your own path, remember her example. The alchemy of turning scandal into success is within reach for anyone brave enough to seize it.